Hello students, how all of you are doing? I believe that everyone is doing well. So welcome back to our another class for subject science, and today we are going to learn about environment. Save the environment. So before I tell you how to save the environment, we should know what is environment. Okay, so environment is the surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal or plant lives or operates. So surrounding, environment means surrounding. Surrounding means things around us, like weather and climate conditions. Okay, like conditions are good for us to live. Like if it's too hot, we cannot adjust, we cannot live. If it's too cold, very cold, freezing cold, we cannot adjust, we cannot live. So we need right conditions and surroundings to live, to operate for all living things. So living things means person, animal or plants, all living things. Like animals, you know, they need right they need right temperature and right area to live. Like we cannot, we human being, can we survive in the water for long? No. So that means we don't have a right condition and surrounding. So when we have a surroundings, right surroundings or condition, so that means we can survive, we can live and we can operate. So how we can save our environment? So here are some ways how we can save our environment. So first, reduce, reuse and recycle. Reduce mean less use. Okay, so like plastic bags are very harmful for our environment, so we should reduce uses of plastic bags. Reuse means, okay, when you buy something, you have a plastic container, you buy food, you get plastic container, or that container is and then after you finish your food, or then you don't throw that container away, you can wash it and you can reuse it. Same like plastic glass, like that disposable glass, plastic glass. Okay, so after you finish your drink, don't just throw them because they are made of plastics. So reuse them, wash them and reuse them. Recycle mean, okay, you use any plastic thing and then you can make because plastic can be recycled, so you can make anything out of plastic. So so we should follow 3 R's method: reduce, reuse and recycle. Next, conserve water. Okay, use water very wisely. Okay, so when you don't need to use water, so like when you brush your teeth, off the tap. Okay, don't just let the water run. Okay, so off the tap and use only enough water. So for whatever you are doing, like if you are washing clothes, so use just enough water, and try methods so where you can use less water to your things. Okay, shop wisely. When you shop, use don't use try not to use plastic bags. Okay, so you can buy environment friendly bags from the market. Like most of the supermarkets, they have bags, environment friendly bags. Like use paper bags or bag made out of clothes. Okay, like cotton. Okay, so shop wisely. Plant more green means we should plant more trees. It's not like if you plant trees and you forget about the plants. So make the plants grow. Okay, so give them water, take care of plants. Okay, so if we plant more trees, plants, then so our environment will be more clean. Okay, so less use of chemicals. When it comes to chemicals, like most of the beauty products like makeup or stuff, they have a lot of chemicals or medicines. When you buy medicines and it gets expired, don't just throw it. Okay, so you can dissolve them in the water, and then you can so don't just throw them like this, okay? And less use of pesticides for your plants. Save electricity, okay? So when you go out of the room and you see the light is still on in your room, so turn off the light before you go outside the room when no one is in the room. Turn off your aircon, turn off your fan. So that's how we can save electricity. Alright, student. So last one is less use of automobiles. Automobiles mean cars, motorbikes, okay? So all the automobiles, they release smokes. So smoke is not good for our environment, okay? It can affect our environment. So we should prefer, like short distance, we should prefer to walk, not to use motorbike or car. Like short distance, like we are going to market that is just like 500 meter or 1 kilometer away from our house, so we should prefer to walk. So if we walk more, we do exercise, so it's good for our health. If we just sit in the car and then go, so one thing is not good for our health, and second, it affects our environment. So prefer to walk than riding a bike or sit in the car and go to a market, okay, for short distance. So here are some ways that we can save our environment, okay? So this is all in our first video about environment and saving our environment, okay? So I will see you in the next video, and be ready for your task 1 and task 2. Hello students, welcome back to our second video for today, and today we are learning about save the environment. So as I explained in the last video, like what is an environment? Environment is the surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal or plant lives or operates, okay? So surroundings like people around us and places around us. Conditions mean weather. Like if it's too hot, we cannot survive, and if it's too cold, freezing cold, we cannot survive either. So in which for environment, we need to say the environment for all living things, like person, we are living thing, people, animals and plants, trees, they need right environment to grow big, okay? So now time for your task 1. Coming on to your task 1, your task 1 is draw 5 trees. So I want you to draw 5 trees, because if you want to save environment, you need to plant more trees. So I want you to draw 5 trees, and different trees, okay, not just same. So I will help you. I will post some plants trees photos, so you can follow those photos and draw 5 trees. Task 2, page number 117. So very simple, what you need to do is you need to color the picture, okay? So let's all join hand to help our planet Earth, okay? So color the save our planet, okay? Color the picture. So you need to color the picture. Hello students, welcome back to our third and last video for today. So as you know, third video is always about homework, but before I give you homework, I explain you one more time, okay? So today we learn about how to save the environment. So what is an environment? So the environment is the surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal or plant lives or operates, okay? So this is the definition of environment. So now time for your homework. So your homework is on page number 113, okay? 113. So what you need to do is, so draw your own environmental patch. Follow the sample above. So here you can see one patch, save the trees, and you have some trees. So you need to draw your own environmental patch, okay? So I will help you if you will have any questions, any doubts, okay? So I will find some environmental patch for you, and then I will drop it in the group. So you can choose one to draw here, okay? And you can even color it. Okay? So this is your homework on page number 113. Okay? So this is it. This is the end of our today class. I will see you next week. Take care. Be safe.